Good evening, everyone. Today I am starting the zone of Mulgore. I'm hoping to get it done in one video, but as I put the disclaimer in most of my videos these days, my daughter wakes up, I will have to end the video and carry on the next one. But I am a non-Tauren player, so there may be a few quests that are missing for me, but I'm going to start here, and it's a quest called The First Step. What you see here is the work of the Quillbore, young one. Year after year, they have encroached on our village. The great cataclysm finally drove them from their dens to spread like locusts across the land. And now you see the result. My own mother dead from their savagery. Today you are of age. Today you will take up your weapon and fight for the tribe and avenge the Great Mother. Follow the path to the east and find my son, Grow. He will lead you in our strike against the Quillbore. And he is right over here. Welcome to your first true test as a Tauren. Behold, the very presence of the bristleback is a blight. Nothing is left in their wake but corpses and barren land. Camp Narashe could become what we see here in but a few days, unless we stand and fight. This will be your rite of strength, the first ceremony of a Tauren brave. Go into the heart of the thorn snarl and kill bristleback Quillbore, then return to me. Rite of strength. You fought well. We may yet be saved. Our tribe imprisoned. Despite their size, the bristleback greatly outnumber us. A pack ambush can easily overwhelm even the largest Tauren. Many new initiates have taken up arms to defend our home. Some have given their lives, but others have been captured alive. Please find their cages and free them. The battle should keep the Quillbore distracted. I'm actually surprised that you don't need to get keys for this. Thanks to you, our people are free to fight for our home. Go to Adana We've struck a great blow against the quillboar here. We'll stay here and hold the line, but you need to move on. Seek Adana Thunderhorn. She has taken a few braves to the southwest to root out the rest of the bristleback. More trials lay ahead. I hope you're prepared. Rite of Courage. One of the first lessons you should learn is to never underestimate your prey. While we were distracted by the attack on Camp Narache, more of the bristleback swept in unnoticed and stole a cache of our rifles. You can see them to the south now, filling the air with lead. This is your rite of courage. Brave the hail of gunfire, hunt the bristleback gun thieves, and bring back our rifles. Stop the thorn callers. Knowing the ways of your prey is another aspect of the hunt. In the lands they come from, quillboar live in the shade and protection of huge thorned roots. When they move, their shamans seed and grow new roots for them to live in. These thorns mar the land and choke out other life, turning the earth around them barren. Go to the south and stop these thorn callers before they have a chance to continue. It's kind of interesting that I'm having to get stolen rifles just because the Tauren are kind of modeled after the Native Americans. So I find it interesting that they have guns. But that's just me personally. And I do like the little bit of lore that they slipped in there about these thorns making the land barren, since these mobs are typically found in the barrens. Rite of Courage. How many have you brought me, Initiate? Well done. Respect your prey and the danger it carries, but never fear it. In fear, you become prey yourself. Stop the thorn callers. With the corruptors slain, the Earth Mother will mend her own wounds in due time. The roots are not meant to thrive here and will wither. Balance will return. The battle boars. There are more threats to be dealt with here. The bristleback are taming wild boars to be used against us. These armored battle boars have been abused beyond hope of recovery. They must be put down for our safety and their peace. Go to the pens to the south and slay them. Return to me afterwards. Feed of evil. We must do more than simply hunt boars here. The eyesore that has been left upon the land must be purged. To give them a wild thirst for blood, the battle boars are force-fed raw flesh. Take this torch and use it to burn the troughs of meat and gore to cinders. So these are the ones that I have to slay. It doesn't seem... oh, some of them drop stuff. Not many, though. That was the... oh, no. This one did, too. And these... it lit up for a second. I'm confused. These are the troughs. Oh, I was using the wrong torch. Oops. Torch for a different quest. The battle boars. Good work, Starkiller. Those beasts could have been a greater threat than the quill boars themselves, if we had not taken action now. Feed of evil. You've not only wiped the war pens clean, but put a stop to a horrible desecration. Well done. Right of honor. Chief Squealer Thornmantle leads these quillboars. It was he that set upon Great Mother Hawkwind and took her life, leading the attack on Camp Narashe. He fled and hid afterwards, but we found him. He lurks to the west within his foul den of thorns, fending off any braves we send in after him. You've proven yourself as a brave defender of our people. Kill Thornmantle and bring his mane back to Chief Hawkwind in honor of our Great Mother. Oops, I forgot I'm not taking it back to her. Taking it back over here. Rite of honor. Have you completed your trials, young one? Chief Hawkwind holds the mane of Thornmantle over his head. The chief of the Bristleback is slain. Great Mother Hawkwind's spirit has been avenged. Last rites, first rites. The camp is safe, and the quillboar driven off, all thanks to you, young one. You have my personal thanks for what you have done for my mother, my son, and for all of us. It is now time to put Great Mother Hawkwind to rest. Lay the final offering at her feet, and we will say our goodbyes. Earth Mother, into your arms we give one of our own. She is Unaya Hawkwind, my mother, and Great Mother to us all, the wisest of our tribe. May her spirit fly to you swiftly, may the winds carry her gently, and the grass whisper her name. Watch over her as she has watched over us. Let her look down on us with joy through the eternal gaze of Anshi and Musha, until we too join her in death. For we are all born of you, and shall all return to you. Offering placed. There is balance in all things. As Great Mother Hawkwind's spirit takes its final journey, we will begin your first. Rites of the Earth Mother. Today, you have undertaken a rite of passage far more difficult than we ask of most of our youths. Be proud. Now it is time for you to continue on your journey. To the west, beyond our burial ground, you will find a path winding up the mesa. Follow it to the top and speak with Diami Windsore. Walk with the Earth Mother friend. You will always be welcome here. If you are prepared to leave Camp Narashe behind, I will help call the spirits to guide you onwards. Rites of the Wind. Look, the rolling plains of Mulgore stretch before you, our home, the cradle of the Earth Mother. Here she provides us with all we could ever need. A peaceful and verdant land. This is what you will fight to protect. Your journey will take you far beyond her sheltering arms, to the farthest and cruelest regions of this world and beyond. Below us is Bloodhoof Village. The first step on your true path begins now. Drink deep of the water of vision and let the spirits guide you onward. It's just a thing that I use. This is pretty cool, especially for those who usually have to complete this quest. They wouldn't have mount speed, so it's like a nice cool little ride down to where you have to go, but also pretty awesome scenery to look at. Really get your lay of the land. It is Midsummer Fest at the time of my recording this, so there are some decorations around. Rite of the Winds. Welcome to Bloodhoof Village, hero. I am glad the spirits have guided you safely here. Sharing the land. There are many conflicts that wound this land. It is my hope that you will not bear witness to as many of them as our elders have. Yet there is one that I would ask you to seek. It will give you some sense of how terrible it, if left unchecked, even a small threat can be to the land. Pale Mane Knolls have settled to the south of Bloodhoof and in a cave to the west. They disrespect our attempts to communicate with them and they slay the wildlife of Mulgore unbridled. Words are no longer the answer. Morin Cloudstalker. You may have heard of the Venture Company. They are a goblin, quote, cartel, something like a tribe. While one of these cartels has joined us in the horde, the Venture Company is loyal only to greed. These greedy goblins and their workers have tried to exploit the resources of Mulgore before, to little success. One of our outrunners, Morin Cloudstalker, has gone to check the remains of one of the goblin caravans. If you wish to help him, follow the road out of the village to the east. There are quite a few quests to pick up here. Swoop hunting. The swoop is a cunning bird and difficult to find and hunt. A collection of swoop quills is a badge of cleverness and determination for a hunter. If you are willing to take up this task, then enter the plains and hunt the swoop. Bring me their quills and bring honor to your clan. The swoops may be found anywhere in Mulgore, but your eyes must be sharp to spot them, and your hooves must be quick to catch them. I keep forgetting that I have this pet summoned from when I did the pet battle. Dangers of the Wind Fury. Thank you for taking the time to speak to me. I am Rule, warrior, and teacher. You have obviously reached an age when you must prepare for your trials if you are to adventure much further out of Mulgore. If you wish a test of your strength, start by seeking out the Wind Fury harpies to the southeast. They nestle along the mountain's edge, away from the road. They are one of our natural enemies here in Mulgore, and will be a good gauge of your skill. Mazrenche. My grandfather told me stories about his battles with a strider named Mazrenche. He told me of its demonic red eyes, razor-sharp talons, and venomous bite. As fortune would have it, while traveling across the plains, I encountered it, and it took a nasty bite from my shoulder. He was as terrible as my grandfather described. I have gathered all the parts of the remedy I need to cure myself, except a flatland cougar femur. I grow weaker by the moment. Please help me. Where to start? I am gonna go get this one. Kyle's gone missing. Help! My prized puppy Kyle has run away. I just know he's running around Bloodhoof Village, lost and hungry. Will you find him and feed him? Once he eats, he will settle down and come home. To feed him, you will need to find food. His favorite meal is tender strider meat. Just venture east, and you should find plenty of striders. Hunt one down and take its succulent meat to Kyle. When you see Kyle in town, put the meat down, and he is sure to come to you. And just for the sake of this quote holiday, honor the Mulgore flame. That way it's not tracking. Oops, I did not mean to do that. So those are, oops, those are all the, seems like that is in Mulgore. Wetland cougar. Sorry, I'm just getting an idea of where each quest objective is. Actually, there's one right there. I'm confused. Oh, he does have one. Playing with fire. Obviously, this is a midsummer festival one. But I'll read it since I'm here. Are you interested in learning some hot new skills? I don't know if you'll ever be able to match my own considerable skill, but you can probably pick up a trick or two if you're an attentive student. Speak to a master flame eater at any horde capital. They should be able to help you. And I see Kyle, so let's head over. And get Kyle. He howls in delight at the sight of his lunch. Eats his lunch, thanks you with a special dance. Does that mean he's going home? He does run off, but the quest is completed, so I'm gonna go turn it in. Kyle's gone missing. Fantastic work. Kyle came home as soon as he ate and went straight to bed. Thanks for your help. That's crazy, considering I saw him run in the opposite direction. Was that one of the ones that, like, yeah, that you need a special keen eye for? There's the femur. I should be mindful of that. These are, like, starter quests. So, like, when getting the quests for these birds, when it was saying you need a special eye, I was expecting them to, like, be stealthed or something. I wasn't expecting them to be just right out in the open, plain as day. Oops. One more time. We'll do this one next since it should be right over here. I'm also debating if I should turn in the Midsummer Fest quest in this video. We'll see how quickly I go through the zone though. Usually I make like a separate video for the holidays they come out with, but Midsummer Fest is not like they don't have a lot of story per se. It's more traveling around the different zones and collecting flames and desecrating the enemy faction's flames. And then you get the currency that I got, which is called Burning Blossoms. And you can use those burning blossoms to get different items from the vendors. I haven't taken a good look at what's available, but I did glance at it, and I think there was like a toy, maybe two, some transmog appearances, stuff like that. Which are things that I collect, but I probably won't like record myself doing that just because it's just a lot of running around that takes a while, especially because they're in every continent around Azeroth, so that would take me quite a while. Like last night I did them on my Alliance character, and I did Kalimdor and Eastern Kingdoms, and that probably took like an hour and a half. Sharing the land. It is good you've taken the task seriously. Respect of the land and its creatures is important. Death and life are a cycle. A necessity. One cannot exist without the other. Take time to ponder this and do well to never forget it. The restless earth. Until recently, a group of dwarves intruded on our lands to the west, carving the earth apart senselessly to search for treasure. When the very earth itself tore apart, the spirits of the land they had abused rose up and took their revenge. The agitated earth spirits still roam the former dig site. We must offer them appeasement. Take this drum with you to the west and play to the spirits. The rhythm may calm their fury and confusion. Swoop hunting. Have you found the swoops? Do you have their quills? I know that gathering these quills was not an easy task. In doing this, you prove that you are a priest of merit. It is good to have you at Bloodhoof Village. Dangers of the Wind Fury. The Wind Furies are deadly foes. Their strength in battle is only rivaled by their desire for fresh meat. You have done well. You seem well prepared to travel onward. Let the wind always be at your back. Oops, kind of bumped the desk there. I'm hoping it didn't come across too loud. Mazranche. My fever grows worse, and I find my mind drifting into delirious nightmares. I should have known that I wouldn't be able to handle a beast my grandfather was unable to defeat. You have the ingredients for the remedy? I fear if I do not clean the infection soon, it will be the death of me. Thank you. Using the items you brought me, I will be able to create the remedy I need to stop the spread of the infection and eventually cure it completely. I owe you my life in thanks, but I'll never forget that screeching call when Ranche came upon me, the blaze of color as its beak descended. Be weary on your travels. And then I'll go over here and play that drum for those spirits. I am raking in quite a bit of reputation with Thunderbluff. I actually have to like click on them. Oh, I have to get lucky and actually calm them. But it has a cooldown, so I have to be a little more patient. I'm just meleeing them. There we go. Oh, one more. There we go. I'll go let him know how that went. The restless earth. The land is clearly still in great upheaval if it took such an effort to calm. Remember this. Do not forget seeing the fate of those who would scar the Earth Mother. And let's see. I'll go to this one first before I go all the way north. Morin Cloudstalker. Well met. If Amo has already explained the minor quibbles of what kind of goblin we'll be driving from our lands, let's get to work. A ravaged caravan. A few days ago, we found a Venture Co. caravan traveling under the guard on the northern shore of Stonebowl Lake. We'd lost 2 of our number in an earlier battle, so we were quick to attack and lay waste to the caravan. We left their supply crates, thinking that our torches would destroy anything of value, but given that Venture Co. salvagers have been spotted near the burned wagons, maybe we were wrong. Perhaps you could go to the caravan and examine the contents of the crates. Perhaps I could. All sides of the crate are stamped with the sign of the Venture Co. Mining Division. Notes printed carefully on the side of the carton indicate that the contents are due for processing at one of their central plants. Prying open the lid reveals a tightly packed assortment of ore and minerals. More evidence of the Venture Co.'s mining operation in Mulgore. On the top of the ore and minerals, you remove a tightly bound sheaf of papers. Up in the foothills to the east, you can barely hear the sounds of work and see smoke rising from a large fire. I'm gonna guess that they're gonna want me to go investigate that noise. Hale, have you learned anything new about the Venture Co.'s plans and operations in our homeland? If they plan to exploit our lands as they have others, the Outrunners will be quick to put an end to it. Can I read them? Can I read the plans? I can. Supervisor Fizz Rocket, please find enclosed a list of equipment you have requisitioned, approved by President Razdunk. He has asked me to remind and to emphasize to you of the Venture Company's vested interest in setting up operations throughout Kalimdor. Our drilling and mining outposts in the Barrens have proven profitable and efficient, but we still await sufficient production numbers from Mulgore, your jurisdiction. The advisory board understands the difficulties in establishing a large-scale operation so close to the Tauren homeland, but do not feel that they pose a large impediment to our overall business plan in the area. We are pleased to hear that mining has begun in the mineral-rich plains of Mulgore. Because of this, the board has approved your equipment request. In addition to mining, we feel that Mulgore also has much to offer in the way of lumber. Thus, you will also be provided with several of our newest model shredders and raw materials to construct a mill. So, have you learned anything new about the Venture Co's plans and operations in our homeland? If they plan to exploit our lands as they have others, the Outrunners will be quick to put an end to it. It does indeed appear that the Venture Co. is attempting to rob us of our natural resources. It is good to know this is true, and now it seems we must do something about it. I knew it. The Venture Co. This explains the buildup of Venture Co. employees and equipment we've seen in Mulgore. Those goblins, their company is expanding too quickly for their own good. It's how they say, show a goblin something and you can hear the scales in the background. Greedy little things they are. Unfortunately, for their business enterprise, we Tauren cannot allow them to conduct their operations in our land. Go to the mine northeast of the ravaged caravan and send them a message. Supervisor Fizz Sprocket. According to the documents, sorry, I was just waiting for the motorcycle to pass. According to the documents you salvaged from the caravan, the Venture Co. created many plans to attempt to drive us from our lands here, so that they could have free rein to plunder our lands. The depths that they would sink to accomplish their goals disgusts and appalls me. I want the mastermind behind their plans killed. His name is Supervisor Fizz Sprocket. You will find him at the Venture Co. mine east of the ravaged caravan. Bring me his clipboard. We shall see if we find out anything useful. And we'll start with him. And I only need 7 employees, so I should have more than enough out here. So I shouldn't have to go plundering in the cave. I think. I hope. Yeah, there's enough out here. Oh, these are supervisors. Oh well. I was still able to get 7, so. The Venture Co. I don't think there could be too much misinterpreting or ignoring of that signal, The Venture Co. will know not to take the Tauren lightly, or to be so arrogant as to believe we would allow them to steal the natural resources around us without protest. I seethe with anger. This one's Supervisor Fizz Sprocket. I seized with anger at the thought of the atrocities the Venture Co. is willing to participate or perpetuate against us in the name of profit. My anger is somewhat lessened at the news that the villain Fizzsprocket is dead. I will go through his personal effects and see if there is any additional information about what the Venture Co. has planned for the future. Thank you for your efforts. Okay, so now it should just be these northern quests. I can't imagine this trek without a mount. It'd probably take a little bit. So what do we have here? We have preparation for ceremony. My brother soon stands before Chief Bloodhoof, and it is my honor to make his headdress for him. I want to ask a favor of you while I finish tanning these leather straps. There is not time for me to find enough feathers, and I was wondering, would you gather more for me? You can find feathers of the correct size from the harpies residing far to the north and northwest of Thunderbluff. I need only 6 azure and 6 bronze feathers to complete the design. And then we have a sacred burial. Only the most valiant Tauren are laid to rest at Red Rocks, our sacred burial ground. It is an honor bestowed upon the great warriors who helped found and defend Thunderbluff, and those who have given their lives for the greater good of their tribes and chieftains. But it appears a foul menace has made its way onto our holy land. A band of bristleback interlopers is ravaging the gravesite, and I am too old and past my prime to drive them away. They must be driven off with force. That shan't be a problem. I see. It's pretty straightforward. The blue ones drop blue feathers, and the white ones drop the bronze ones. So I have all the bronze. I just need a couple more blue. Perfect. And then I just have to pop over here. And kill 8 of these quill boars. I dropped a runic healing. Well, I guess they scale up. I forget that they scale up, but it's only to 30. It's kind of crazy to think that, like, the ICC raid is level 30. It's crazy to think how much content is in WoW these days. Preparation for ceremony. This headdress will certainly be a wonderful gift for my brother. Thank you for your help. My part in my brother's ceremony is almost complete. Giving him his headdress and witnessing the ceremony are all my duty requires of me. A sacred burial. Well done. You have sent those foul bristlebacks a clear message. They will think twice before attempting to meddle in this holy spot again. And that appears to be all the Mulgore quests. So what I'm going to do is just turn in the Midsummer Festival quest called Playing with Fire. Before I end the video. You have come to learn some new ways to handle fire. Torch tossing. So you want to be a fire juggler. Do you have what it takes? The dexterity, the reflexes, the courage? If you think so, then let's give you a little practice. As you approach the bonfire, you'll see braziers with markers flashing above them. Toss a torch at a marked brazier. Be quick. Do it before the mark fades if you want credit for the toss. Hit enough marked braziers, then come back here for your next lesson. Is there a torch? I don't think I got one. I don't see one in my inventory. I'm so confused. So these are the braziers. Yeah, there's not a torch in my inventory. And nothing's happening. What if I abandon it and restart? Here we go. Okay. I didn't realize I had to dismount. Okay. Well done. You'll be a fire juggler faster than the fuse on the ground flower. Now, gird yourself. The next test is when things finally heat up. Torch catching. Now that you can throw a torch, let's see if you can catch one. Take this stack of unlit torches, go to the bonfire, and throw a torch high into the air. Catch it before it hits the ground, then throw it back up. Catch 4, then come back to me. Careful, they're dangerous if they hit the ground. Good luck. Oh, I see. Okay. There's a shadow. Did you get burned? If you did, then maybe you'll think twice before playing with fire. Just kidding. Well done. It's official. You're a bona fide fire juggler. Now get out of here and have some fun. And what does this one have? Incense for the festival scorchlings. Did you know that our festival fires burn in every land with a horde settlement? Flame keepers tend to them in camps outside each town, ensuring the bonfires are bright and the celebrations continue. With each flame keeper is a festival scorchling, an emissary to the elemental spirits of fire. Would you like to honor a scorchling? Take this summer incense and bring it to any festival scorchling. Appease the little fire spirit, and it may reward you. You know what? I actually will do that, because I can just go to the one in Bloodhoof Village. What's this other one? Unusual activity? Oh, this is... This is one that I'm not gonna be doing. At least, definitely not in this video. Maybe in a different one, but... That one requires a little more adventure. I'm just kind of doing these because they're quick and they're right where I am anyways. It'd be a very, very short video if I were to make them into a separate video, so... A fiery salutations to you, honored priest. Welcome to this hallowed ground of the Midsummer Fire Festival. Ah, and what is this? Such a delightful aroma. I am sure it will burn with a flame pure and bright. Take this blossom. Take it and leave me be. I must attend to this precious fuel. Thank you again for this delectable incense. So good, so packed with energy. It has everything a growing scorchling needs. I can feel the power surging within me. Now finally our plans can take effect. Kneel, little mortal, kneel before the might of the Herald of Ragnaros. You will all perish in flames. I was merely jesting. Alright, you guys. That's gonna be it for this video. Oh wait. I'll probably grab... Oh no. Yeah, no. I'll probably grab this quest in the next video. And shortly thereafter, I will be starting Dustwallow Marsh. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. Hope you found it relaxing. And I'll see you in the next video. Have a good night. Bye for now.